What defines a huge goal? Isn't it simply a goal you currently view as out of reach? Conversely, isn't a small goal one that feels completely attainable, fitting seamlessly into your life? The key to achieving anything lies not in the size of the goal, but in your perception of it. Consider those who achieve something incredible, like landing a dream job, only to lose it because they focus on their fears rather than their capabilities. Or those who win the lottery and quickly squander it because they feel unworthy. Similarly, relationships fail when one person feels undeserving of the other. The law teaches us a crucial lesson. Nothing should be placed above your self-worth. Let me repeat that. The law teaches us a crucial lesson. Nothing should be placed above your self-worth. I often see individuals idolize others, elevating them to a status so high that being loved back seems like a divine miracle. This idolization isn't just unhelpful, it's self-sabotage. Love, like breathing, should be natural and effortless. The moment you place undue pressure on these natural aspects of life, even breathing becomes difficult. This is why it's essential to view your desires as normal and natural. You only receive what fits into your self-image. To manifest effectively, you must elevate your perception of yourself and diminish the perceived magnitude of your desires. They cannot overshadow you. Self-image and self-esteem are foundational here. With high self-esteem, amazing life experiences become normal and expected. Someone who values themselves highly won't bat an eye at being loved by many or receiving great wealth. These are just ordinary parts of their day. Conversely, a person with low self-esteem might find even a simple compliment overwhelming. Remember, some people handle millions a day without a second thought, while others would find such a situation unimaginable. This difference in reaction stems from their self-perception and what they consider normal. To harness the law of attraction effectively, focus on enhancing your own stature in your mind. It's not about idolizing external desires or people, it's about recognizing your inherent greatness and allowing your life to reflect that magnitude. Aim to view your wants, whether a car, a relationship, or a career, as smaller than you. This shift makes them easier to attain because they align with your elevated self-concept. So, expand your definition of normal. By doing so, you allow yourself to effortlessly attract the things that once seemed monumental. The universe reflects your beliefs back to you. Make sure they are as grand as you desire your life to be. There are a couple of things in there that I wanted to touch on. This was a written piece that I published yesterday in the Quantum Leap Academy, but there's a couple of things that I want to touch on. Number one, a lot of this has to do with learning once again to rely on our energetic field to do the talking. When your self-esteem and your self-worth is high enough, see, your self-worth is the level that we manifest on. We manifest on a level of our self-worth. And when your self-worth is high enough, when your self-esteem is high enough, it's almost like this energy. You know when people walk into a room and you can feel the presence? Even before you look at them, you can just feel the energy in the room just shift towards one person. It's like a gravity. Some people have a gravity to them. That is your energetic field. Right? And that's what it feels like when someone has their energetic field that is harnessed. Right? And strong and powerful and focused. That energetic field does all the talking for you when you're in sage mode, when you're focused, when you're dialed in, when you're focused inwards on the inner vision. That energy does more talking than you ever could. That energy says more things than you ever could. That energy has more influence than you could ever have with your words. That energy holds more power and more weight than you could ever hold with your strength. that energetic field changes the way people feel around you. It changes the thoughts that appear in their head. It's the influence. Your energetic field is the influence. Your energetic field exists in a realm beyond time and space, and it pulls things towards you. Not in a linear fashion, but in a quantum fashion, across vast distances, across timelines. So when we talk about making things feel smaller than you and making yourself really, really big, at least in your own imagination, which is the only place that really matters, when you're doing this, you're increasing your energetic field to encapsulate all of these things, all these desires on a quantum level, and then boom, these things start to show up in your life effortlessly. And yes, there's the law of detachment and letting go and stuff like that, but we know how hard it is to let go when you're still thinking of the thing. So the only way to really harness that law of detachment is to make yourself feel really, really, really big and really important in your mind, and to make these things really, really small. Make the Rolls Royce as meaningless as this packet of cookies. Nothing's above you, right? And so that's how you do it. It doesn't matter how you do it, but I just, for the longest time, had to keep telling myself that, yes, I want the G550 Gulfstream jet. Yes, I want the Flying Spur Bentley. Yes, I want the Rolls Royce Phantom. Yes, I want the Ghost. Yes, I want all of these things. The mansion in Bel Air, whatever it is. But none of these things are above me. Money is not above me. I am money. Money is not above you. You are money. And it wasn't until and I just kept saying that to myself and just acting the role like an actor would. Even when I genuinely didn't believe it, I just acted long enough. When you act long enough, you tell yourself something long enough, it starts to become true. These words we speak are the spells that we cast into our reality. And they have this DNA genetic code that begins to rewire, or they have this potency to them that begins to rewire our genetic code and our DNA. Literally. You can talk yourself into health and you can talk yourself into death. And I talked myself into high self-esteem and high self-worth. And the moment I started normalizing $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, it happened seemingly overnight. I'm talking within a month, within 30 days. I stopped. So the lesson, and when I make these videos, I'm talking to my old self. But let's stop. When we have goals, let's switch the attitude from working up towards these goals, because nothing's above us. These goals aren't beyond you. To shifting into these goals. I'm shifting into $100,000 a month. I'm shifting into who I need to be. Because the question is not, the goal doesn't matter, but it's who you need to become. That's the ultimate question. Who you need to become in order to get that done. What version of you gets that goal done? What do they do? How do they think? How do they speak? How do they operate? And you know this. It's the answer you have without second guessing. The intuitive answer. That is what you should focus on. It's the only thing you need to focus on. All right? To harness the law of attraction effectively, focus on enhancing your own stature in your mind. Nobody's above you. And that's a big thing when it comes to relationships too. When we have this dream person or this desired partner, whatever it is, especially for the guys, guys fall in love with women. And movies taught us this, but it's having a crush on the star cheerleader, whatever it is. And we make this person seem larger than life, and that's why you can never get them. But once you start treating people not like shit, but just you're just so focused on yourself. You're so focused on prioritizing yourself, really being selfish in a healthy way. There's a healthy way to being selfish. And just focusing on yourself, you attract who you're meant to attract. And oftentimes that means the person who is so used to getting attention. So that dream person, right? But this is why, like I said earlier, it's essential to view your desires as normal and natural. It's natural for you to make $10,000 a month. That's a normal thing. Why are we even talking about that? See where I'm going with this? You only receive what fits into your self-image. To manifest effectively, you must elevate your perception of yourself. You are it. It starts and stops and ends with you. To manifest effectively, you must elevate your perception of yourself and diminish the perceived magnitude of your desires. They cannot overshadow you. I think we've covered most of it. The how does not matter. Do it however possible, but here are the fastest ways to increase your self-perception really quickly and permanently and effectively. Number one, hang around with people who have very high levels of self-esteem and self-worth. You know who they are because they're probably making a lot more money than you. Number two, self-hypnosis. And self-hypnosis at the surface level starts with these self-affirmations. These concentrated, focused sessions of affirmations. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself what you need. Tell yourself who you want to be. Tell yourself who you are. Remind yourself that you are it. That you are not desperate for money. You are money. You breathe $10,000 a month. And then act like it. Play the part. And just act like a role. And then three, I would also say, and always give credit to actually putting in some focused effort and deep work into whatever direction you're going in. Even to figuring out the direction. 4 hours of deep work for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I guarantee you'll see your first dollar and some. Questions, thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.